Hey guys, in this video I'm asking the question, are Wolves for sale? And there's a reason for that, and I want you to stick with me on why I'm asking that question. And I'm asking this because our chairman, Jeff Shee, Wolves chairman, Jeff, has released a column in the Express and Star today, actually the same day that the season ticket prices have come out. And he's done this on a couple of other occasions. It's like a quarterly column, and this is kind of like the summary of what he's had to say. He sort of kicks off going on about the TV series and novel, The Three-Body Problem, which is all about superior aliens looking to sort of take over Earth, and, you know, humans being like bugs, but bugs are very resilient. He goes on to reference that in the context of football, Wolves find themselves in a position akin to humans in the novel. Not as powerful as the aliens, yet not as insignificant as bugs. And he goes on to say the club's aim is essence in operations to learn from both larger and smaller clubs. So he's making a bit of an analogy there. He goes on to talk about Gary O'Neill in that. And then he goes on to talk about Fosun's achievements from 2016 when he started at Wolves. He goes on to say that Wolves were a mid-table championship side due to injuries and key player departures. They struggled that season but were almost relegated to League One. Before 2016, Wolves hadn't stayed in the top division for 5 consecutive years since 1970 to 1982. All fair points. And this upcoming season, he goes on to say, marks my 9th year with Wolves and the 7th in the Premier League, and the club has definitely moved up a few levels, he says, in the football hierarchy. He goes on to say over the years he's had his highs and lows, but he believes that steady growth is better than quick unstable rise. And he says the key to stability, in his opinion, is to manage the club growing together, supporting each other for thick and thin. When one falters, the other steps in and we move forward together. All fair points. In a statement on this, and you can see this again on the alwayswolves.co.uk website, it's the top story. He says, our universe is a bit more complicated, each owner's pocket is unlimited, and in this case, if a club can't find a way to be self-sufficient sooner or later, then the day the owner stops funding is literally the day it starts to prepare for administration or to be sold. And this is the reason why I'm asking, are for sale? Is this a sort of a subliminal statement that because it doesn't seem that Fosun are massively investing in the club at the moment, are they? You know, you look at the infrastructure, we've had the season ticket prices rises today, and there's a video on the end screen about that and more to come on that. I think it's an interesting quote about the investment from the owners. Obviously much talk about Wolves becoming financially self-sufficient, as I say, which in itself is a managed task. And obviously he's indicating the alternative to being self-sufficient is either going into administration or being sold. And the reason why I've pulled this quote out of this very long column is that one statement about the owners investing money, and if they don't invest money then you go into administration or they sell you. Is this a back-end way of saying Wolves are open to be sold? I think it's really interesting, that particular statement. I'm going to go on to read another couple of things on there. He talks about the fans' expectations, fans playing a very crucial role in the success of the football club, including Wolves. And he said that the current focus of the club is on steady growth driven by people rather than just by money. Football clubs, he says, can't compete not only on the field but financially behind the scenes. Wolves have shown progress commercial revenue thanks to the support of the fans and the business partners, and he says that the club is performing very well to break even without one-off gains or losses. He said it's essential for the balance of the club, success, sporting success, commercial growth and financial stability for both short and long-term achievements. Next term, Wolves aim to continue this positive trend and increase revenue. But there's a quote again in this, and that I've pulled out, which is a bit of a strange quote for me. He says fans, as I say, play an important role. He goes on to say, if you only pursue trophies or consistent European football, Wolves might not be the ideal choice. if you love only your local team and don't mind sporting achievements, Wolves might not be one either. And the chapter of Wolves is now about patient growth, slow but indomitable, driven by people and not capital. Now for me, that basically suggests that Wolves fans have to be very, very patient, that there doesn't seem to be a lot of ambition, that you're sort of saying that if you want to win a trophy like the League Cup or the FA Cup, or you want to qualify for European competition like we did with Wolves, then Wolves isn't the club for you. It really frustrates me, this this statement about like saying that if you have ambition to want to qualify for Europe, if you ambition that you want to win a trophy like the League Cup or the FA Cup, Wolves isn't the club for you. What is he trying to say there? I don't understand what that is. As a fan of any club, you want to win something. You want to see good football. You do want to have a hope to win something or to aspire to be better. What does this say about the ambitions of the ownership? And, you know, I'm probably an happy clapper type of person. Always try to look on the positives, but like reading between the lines on this, it's basically saying, yeah, expect mediocrity. We don't want mediocrity. You on about slow and patient. When you came in, when the club came in and Fosun took over, they said we were going to win the Premier League within 10 years. Well, we've been there for 9, and we are very, very grateful and appreciative, and I've said many, many times, of the job that Fosun have done, especially in the first 4 years, you know, of getting us to where we were. We were 7th, we were pushing for Champions League. Mistakes were made, the eyes were taken off the ball. You were spending ridiculous amounts of money on players that were just not good enough. You know, so we understand, you know, the pragmatist approach. But like to turn around and say that if you want to win something or you want to aspire to better, then Wolves are not a club for you. That's just really annoyed me, because, you know, if you haven't got the ambition, Jeff and Wolves and the board and Fosun, if you haven't got the ambition to take Wolves forward, you know, and actually want to achieve and win things, what are you doing here? Because, you know, we are a historic club, founder members of the Football League. We've won every single division apart from the Premier League. We've won every cup domestically. You know, we should be aiming to have some ambition. If your ambitions are not there, then my question to you is Wolves the club for you? That's the question I want to ask. And in that case, maybe you should be selling to someone that does want to take Wolves to the next level. I'll leave it there. I am very frustrated about that, and I've always tried to be quite you know, pro Fosun on a lot of ways, and I've stuck up for them very, very many times, and Jeff, but like, come on, you can't be saying to a fan, don't have ambition, that you want our club to win. We're in a sporting competition. The idea is to try and compete and win things, and if you don't do that, what is the point? We don't want mediocrity every year. We want to see ambition. We want to see the infrastructure improved. We want to see the facilities for fans, players. We want to see investment in the team. We want to see the manager backed. We want to see ambitions to win something, even if it's a cup, qualifying for Europe. Like, as I've said many, many times, my dad's 87. He wants to go to an FA Cup final. You know, fair enough. We had a go last year. We blew it. But like, I don't know. I've rambled on a bit, and I do apologise about that, guys. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Is it time for Fosun to sell? Seriously look at selling. Is the message out there that the investment is drying up, and they are open to offers? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I will extend, as always, an open invitation. We'd love to do a nice chat, a very friendly, open chat with Jeff or from the club here, and just to talk about these sort of things. The invitation is still there. I'm sure Jeff, she's a very decent person, and he tries to make the right decisions, but like, you've seen the season ticket prices rise today. Are they listening to the fans? On VAR, they've done some great other things on the mental health stuff. They're not listening to the fans on the price of season tickets, how much it's gone up. Even for disabled people, the astronomical rise. If you're putting these figures up, then you need to be investing in the stadium and in all the things and showing us the ambition. And if you ain't got none, maybe it's time. I don't know. I don't really want to believe that. I want to believe that there is the ambition still there. But but what's coming out of Molineux isn't kind of suggesting that. It's suggesting mediocre for the long term, and we deserve a little bit better than that. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash a like on the video if you agree. And yeah, just an opinion piece from myself, but I don't know. I've rambled on. Until the next one, always Wolves.